time.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Sarah. Hello. Things are working. I finally got my headphones on this week. Last time, my headphones did not work, and I was like, I already restarted my computer twice. I'm going with it, and that kind of brings up some like audio issues. But it's okay. We're all okay now. It's fine. It's wonderful. So, Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. And oh look, we have filler vision. Hello, happy Sunday, everyone. Keep prayed up, stay prayed up, as
Hello.
Mark Wahlberg would say. Um, so this month's episode is cult classics. Originally, it was going to be like horror movies, but then as I realized as I was designing the backdrop and the thumbnail, I was like, wait a minute, both these movies bombed horribly on immediate release. So, but over years on VHS, they gained a cult following and became beloved. And people, you can't imagine a world without these movies because everyone loves these movies. So, Sarah, tell us about Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus is a classic, must be watched every year. I just finished it actually right before this. Um, Hocus Pocus is about a young teenager who moves to Salem, Massachusetts from California, and he's like very, cool California guy, doesn't really subscribe to all of the witch lore, doesn't subscribe to Halloween, too cool for school, but obviously likes the pretty girl. And they end up, he takes his younger sister trick-or-treating and obviously goes to the pretty girl's party where he's, kind of shitting on Halloween, and she takes him to the Sanderson sisters' house where he lights the candle, which must be lit by a virgin, in order to bring the Sanderson sisters, three witches, back to life. And then they spend the rest of the night, as all good Disney movies do, trying the three, teenagers, young children, trying to save the world.
So, how did you discover this, Sarah? This movie, Hocus
Pocus? I don't feel like there was ever a time that I didn't know Hocus Pocus. It was like I just watched it every year on the Disney Channel growing up, and then I became an adult and continued to watch it every year.
That's funny. So, I was the exact opposite. I have never seen this before. A few years ago, I'm guessing about 10 years ago at this point, I watched it and I was like, it's only nostalgia feeling. So I rewatched it again for this, and I need to shut the hell up because I love this movie. So my original thought, to explain to the folks at home, when I watched this as an adult, because everyone told me to see this, you got to see this, got to see the movie, got to see the Hocus Pocus movie. So 10 years ago, I watched it, and I felt like it was something that you had to grow up with. At that point, it felt like, oh, this is nostalgia for people who watched it when they were kids, because I'm like, it's all right. But now, another 10 years later, a different person, a different mindset on movies. I love this movie. Like, I love the Halloween aesthetic. Like, yeah. This is like something, it's like perfect. Like, you could watch it, or you could just put it on the background of the TV, and no matter what scene it'll be, it'll look like a cool Halloween moment. I like how you say the teenage girl. The thing that cracked me up about this movie was that Vanessa Shaw, the actress who plays that teenage girl, freaking looks like a 30-year-old woman.
She does. She really does.
And like all her clothes, because like nowadays, a girl would probably wear tight leggings, a t-shirt, or goth clothes. They would try to make her look like a kid, sort of like Lindsay Lohan and like not Mean Girls, but Freaky Friday, where it's like a long sleeve shirt, t-shirt over it. This, she's got like a fucking cardigan on. She's got like a nice sweater on, and she looks like she's 30, 40 years old. And even like her face, like she's got an older woman's face, and I had to look it up. I'm like, how old was she when she made this movie?
Yeah, how old was she? I'm looking up now.
She was like 17, I think. Like allegedly, I said like, how old was she when she did Hocus Pocus? And they said 17. I was like, really? Because in that movie, she looks like she's like 20, 25, and the clothes are not helping her because she looks like a 30-year-old woman in the clothes. Because the thing that really emphasizes this is the boy, which is funny too. By the way, I'll get to that. But like the boy looks like a boy, jeans, t-shirt, young face, like he looks like a teenage boy. And fun fact, so I've been watching Joe Dante movies, and I was watching this movie. I'm like, this fucking kid looks familiar. So I'm like, oh my God, I just watched him in Matinee. Matinee is a Joe Dante movie. And I was like, oh my God, Joe Dante won't let me be. He won't let me alone. Because literally, I just watched all 12 Joe Dante movies. It was amazing.
I
But,
gotta say, he did not age well.
oh yeah, he looks like someone who like started smoking right away. His face is all like wrinkled. He looks like an older
I'm
bag.
like, he was. I remember like thinking he was pretty cute in the movie, but not as a kid.
He looks, yeah, like if you were to meet him at a Comic-Con, I don't think people would know who you took a picture with. Like, who is that? I think it's just because he had a real job. Like, it looks like he retired immediately after he was a teenager. Like, he stopped doing like movies.
On the flip side, Zachary Banks aged very well.
Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, this movie's hilarious. The Sanderson sisters. It's kind of adult. I don't think they would really do these much adult stuff. Like they had like the Virgin stuff, and then like everything that Sarah.
Disney movie is very.
Yeah, sexual.
It is.
Like, dump out your sack. Kiss me, I'm Allison. Kiss me, I'm Allison. And then like the Sanderson sisters, especially like anything Sarah Michelle Gellar. Oh, not McGellar. Oh my God, what's her name? Sarah
Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker. Everything she does in the movie, like grabs her breasts. I want to play with you. I want to do the boys.
What's his name? Cheating on Winifred's plaything.
Gotta rep my boy Doug Jones. Oh my gosh. Film nerd. You film nerd. Doug Jones. Doug Jones plays the zombie guy, whoever the zombie.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he played him.
The one that, or what's her name, slept with.
Doug Jones is phenomenal in it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Filler Vision. Oh my God. I just realized, because hang on. Yeah, Shane Ford, and then we got, oh my God, we have everybody here. This is amazing. Hocus Pocus and the Thing for the Win. Oh my God, they're all here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Now I'm nervous. There's people watching, Sarah. There's people watching.
It'll be all right.
It's gonna be okay. I also love like there's like so many adult jokes. Like I love the guy who's dressed as a police officer. He's like fucking with them. That was hilarious. And then like his woman is like clearly like dressed as a whore or something. She's got like all that makeup on her. And then the line, Sarah, I shared it on my Instagram story, but the line that was like, "Take your Clark bus and get out of my house."
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
I love that whole side story. I love the devil. I love the wife. I just love that entire side quest of this movie.
That was so weird. Like it goes on a whole tangent. So in the movie, the Sanderson sisters are like fish out of water, which is hilarious. I wish there was more movies like this. It's been a while since we had a fish out of water story. I think the last one was like Thor. Maybe there's a more recent one, but I feel like we need this. I like the whole idea, like, oh my God, there's a black river, and it's like, oh, it's a road, and then they're like, oh, it's Satan, and they go inside Satan's house, and it's just this old dude's house, and it's just so hilarious. Like, why did the old dude let them in? Because like for a second there, I thought it was Vanessa Shaw's house. I thought it was, how they're having that like, Sleepy Hollow party. It's just a random guy letting these random 3 women in his house. Oh my gosh. And Sarah, the moment that made me go like, oh my God, made the Leo DiCaprio point was their father, which is sad because that father committed suicide at a young age. But
really?
The guy who plays, his name is Charles Rocket. I know him from Dumb and Dumber, which is like one of my favorite comedies of all time. He plays the bad guy in that. But like, it was sad to see him in this. I was like, oh, he'll live forever in this movie. It's great. And I do want to say, I do like that the parents paid attention. I feel like that's like a fresh thing. Like, oh my God, usually the parents don't give a fuck or don't believe, but they're like, okay, kids, tell us the truth. And they tell them the truth, and it's great. But oh my gosh, Sarah, you know what? The scene in the movie when Bette Midler starts singing "I Got a Spell on You," I was like, oh my God, she's gonna sing.
That's how I know that song. Like, is from this movie. I got a spell on you.
I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna sing. She's gonna sing. It reminded me of
Midler in a movie and not have her sing.
It reminded me of John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, because like he had like that career slump. So in Pulp Fiction, when he takes off his shoes and you're like, oh my God, he's gonna dance, because he hasn't danced since like Grease or whatever. So when he danced in Pulp Fiction, it was a huge moment. I felt like the same thing when she started singing. I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna start singing. It's amazing. So Sarah, what is your favorite moments from the movie?
Okay, well, my top favorite moment is when they go to the devil's house. And like, I love the interaction between him and his wife. She's like clearly like, why did you bring 3 bitches into my house? Like, what are you doing? I'm so annoyed with you. Why are we still married? And he's like, no, it's fine. They're the Sanderson sisters. Just like,
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
love that part. I love that part. What else? I also really love when they take the bus ride and like.
Yes, the guy. It might take me a couple tries, but we'll try it.
Oh my god, she's sitting on his lap and
Bouncing on his lap. Oh my god.
Yeah, might take me a couple tries. Love that line. That's a good one. What else? I also love, tender moment, like Binks is obviously my favorite character because he's the best character. No, hands down. Thackeray Binks. I also love that name. But I love when he like finally is reunited with his sister.
I started crying at that part. I felt like an idiot. Like it cuts to Binks, and Binks is just like flat on the grave, and then the sister starts crying, and she's like, "No, but he can't die." And then like I'm like, okay, I don't have to cry. I'm gonna be okay. But then Thackeray Banks, and his little sister starts running out the window. It's like,
just like snot coming out of your nose.
Exactly. And what else? What else you got, Sarah?
What else? I feel like what's some of your favorite moments?
My favorite moment, I think, just as a joke, but I think Sinners was clearly inspired by this movie because they had the real ending during the credits when the parents leave the school and like, oh, I thought LA was a party town. I thought that was funny. And then
I also love the mom's like full on just Madonna pointed tits.
That was crazy. I was like, these parents are freaking wild. Like, and not the kids didn't know that their parents were making these tits. Like, you can't hide that in the house. Like, where are you hiding that?
You can't hide that. Also, I just love that like their son walks in with no shoes on, and they're like,
"Oh, that's just fine. It's a form of protest."
He's in a bad mood, and they're like, "Oh, it must be a protest." You're like, you're not concerned that your son doesn't have his brand new shoes.
And luckily, the sister walked in before it got worse, before he started humping his pillow.
My god. Can you imagine?
I was like, oh my god.
I was literally thinking during that, I'm like, what if he just started jacking off? Like
what if he just like started whipping it out like right away? But no, he like warmed up to it. He was like, oh, kiss me, Allison. And then the sister like, I wonder if she was timing it out like, I better go now before this gets further. And then it was just weird because clearly he must have, and like she just jumps right in the bed and is like, kiss me, Alice, and he must be like, no, stop. No, stop. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
It is I never, until this conversation, because I just grew up with it, but I never realized how dirty it is.
It's a very dirty movie. Like, I think all the things I said are my favorite parts are the dirty parts.
Yeah.
Like, I like when she's like, in the beginning, like, let me play with you, little boy. And then, because that must have been someone's awakening. Some little boy's like, oh my God, what is this feeling? Sarah, what's her name? I keep wanting to say Sarah Jessica Gellar. Sarah Jessica Parker. And then all the dirty jokes, like, it may take me a couple tries, but I'm going to try this, It's like, oh my gosh. It's like, it's dirty. It's dirty.
It's a good movie because it's one of those movies that like parents and kids can enjoy.
Yes, I would say so. Yes. So
how many? That Disney allowed this on the Disney Channel.
Well, I guess they needed to fill the time slot.
That's true.
You got 24 hours to fill.
Really, either this or Halloween Town.
Yeah, this is a Halloween Town. Probably played a lot, and that's one of my things. I think how it got a cult following is because it probably just played all the time.
You had no other options. It was like
it
was either Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Practical Magic.
Never seen any of
ABC Family. You've never seen Practical Magic? Are you kidding me?
No. I wasn't watching the Disney Channel.
Well, no, that was on ABC Family.
I don't watch ABC Family. I didn't have cable, and when I did have cable, I was like watching The Shining, and then I was watching like Cartoon Network and Aqua Teen, Hunger Force, and that kind of stuff. Home movies on Adult Swim. I wasn't watching Practical Magic or that stuff.
Practical Magic also. Charlie Brown's Halloween. That was it. That was like the formula.
Oh yeah, Charlie Brown's Halloween.
Yeah, all the
classic,
time.
Guaranteed, all the time, 24/7.
Yeah.
Don't take it out the player. Leave it in. So Sarah,
Yes.
I know you said a couple favorite scenes, but like, what's your top? Like, what's your top tier when you think of this movie? You're like, that's the scene.
I mean, it's when I think of this movie, what's the scene? I mean, probably like when I think of this movie, the first thing that comes to mind is "I Put a Spell on You."
Okay, that's the
Right? Because
first thing you
that's
come
like
up
it's
with.
not my favorite scene. My favorite scene's the devil scene, but like that's
Okay, yeah, yeah.
that like every time I hear that song, I think of this movie. Like
Okay,
it's
that's fair. That's
very
good.
anchored to they're connected forever in my brain.
Gotcha. That's good. And I like that scene too because they're like, it's the Sanderson sisters, and then they start singing it, and it all works out like in the opposite direction. Like they start singing. I like the ending because I felt like George Lucas because there's an old documentary from '94 where he starts watching movies to get inspired for Star Wars, and he was watching the Great Train Robbery with like Buster Keaton, and he's like, how'd they do that? So I was watching the end of this movie with them flying around, and I was like, how'd they do that? So that's the thing that stands out to me is all the wire work or whatever they did at the end of the movie. Clearly, it's a soundstage, but like they must have done all that stuff.
I also forgot the part where what's her name is flying on the Hoover vacuum.
Oh yeah, that's great. And then they all pull the cord on
Yes.
her. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh my god, that's so good. Good stuff. Oh my god, and all the kids that steal the broomsticks and you just hear them fly out. Oh my gosh, before we move out, I do want to say something that I'm like, oh my god. Mick Garris produced this, and I think he wrote it or co-wrote it. But I thought that was interesting. Mick Garris is like he's a horror movie guy. He has like long white hair, and he's been like with all these horror icons ever since the beginning. Like I just watched some Joe Dante movies, and he had a cameo in The Howling, and that's like 1981, 82. Mm-hmm. And then like he directed like Psycho 4, I think. And then like he interviewed like all these horror movie directors like a few years ago. So he had like freaking Wes Craven, Toby Hooper, Joe Dante. It was so cool. He was interviewing all these guys. He does it occasionally, and like I don't know if he still does it, but every year he tries to bring all the horror movie icons, like director wise and writers, to like a dinner to have like a little get together, a little reunion. But yeah, he wrote this or produced it or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. Mick Garris, I know him. I know that name. That was interesting. But yeah, that was fun.
That's funny. This movie's produced by like a horror film guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, but like he's kind of like he's sort of like a soft horror movie guy, I would say, because like all his stuff is like made for TV. Like I think a lot of the Stephen King adaptations for TV were created by him or directed by him, produced by him. But yeah, that's fun. That's fun stuff. Fun stuff. So we did the favorite scene. How many roses? How many roses do you give it?
This is like a solid 2. Like, I mean, okay,
solid
when it comes to like Halloween movies, it's a 3 because it's one I watch every year. Like on the grand scheme of things, it's like a 1.5. Like it's not revolutionary the best. But
you don't
like,
have to beat it down like that, Sarah. Give it the 3.
Oh, it's a 3. It's good. I love this movie.
Give it the 3. Don't say like it's a 1.5.
It is like,
yeah, exactly.
If I only watch one movie at Halloween, it's Hocus Pocus.
Exactly. See, you just give it the 3 because to me, it qualifies for a 3 because it's last 33 years, 32 years, however long it came out the same year as Jurassic Park. So I think it's 32, 33. It's lasted that long. It's got merchandise out there. It's got a sequel and a third one coming on the way.
Wait,
so
it's
a third
like, one coming? What more are they going to
do? Allegedly. That's what I've heard.
I don't know. Did you watch the sequel?
No. I watched this on my Vudu. I paid $3.99 to watch it.
I paid $3.49 for the thing.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't want to get Disney Plus. I was like, I don't need Disney Plus. I just need to watch Hocus Pocus. I tried to find this at Savers, though, and they didn't have it.
The sequel was like, I mean, I get it. It was good, but I was like so bummed out because they turned it into like a musical, and like Hocus Pocus wasn't a musical. It had one good
No, there was like 2 songs in it. Wait, 3. There's the one in the beginning. They sing to the kids. There's I Got a Spell on You, and I think they sing that same song again to get the kids.
But it feels like
cabin.
In Hocus Pocus, it feels like it's part of the story. You know what I mean? It's not like a
musical. It doesn't feel like a musical.
Like a musical, it feels forced. Like I feel like I know you haven't seen it, but if anybody else has seen it, in the sequel, it felt really forced. Like it felt like, oh shit, we like Bette Midler's in this. We need a musical number. You know, it didn't fit with the story. They just made it musical to make a musical, and I was like, this isn't the essence of Hocus Pocus.
No, Hocus Pocus should be like fish out of water, silly stuff where they see things and misinterpret it as something else. Yeah, that's what it is. And then you got to make all the sexual jokes. Like, I got to take a couple tries at it, or like, you're a virgin, you did this. I also like how they made fun of the firemen. Oh my God, they're wearing black cloaks. They're after us. Oh my gosh, and it felt so sad when the black cat tried to get the attention to the dad. And the dad's like, away, beasts, away.
Also, a fun fact about the vacuum was actually an improvised scene. It was a gag. It was done as a joke, and then it was so good it landed in the movie.
Perfect. I love that. I love that kind of stuff where they're just like, yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so my rating, I'm going to have to give it a 3 just because it lasted long, all these years, and I liked it. I'll probably buy it if I do find a copy out there somewhere. Just order it online. I have to order Constantine. I'm working on the project. But yes, I'm going to order this because I like the whole aesthetic, the Halloween aesthetic, because I like the pumpkins. I like the hay bales. I like the candy. I like the bags. I like the outfits. I think there was like a off-model Michael Myers, and it threw me off because this is 1993. So like the mask the kid is wearing looks like a Halloween Resurrection, and that's not until like 2001. And I forget which scene it is there, so I forgive me.
It's probably
it's like
a treating scene.
I know, but there's like several of them. There's like several scenes where they cut to the kids, and I'm trying to remember because like he doesn't have like the overalls on, but he has like the Michael Myers mask on, and it's so freaking weird. I'm like, how does he have that mask? Like, it's so weird. And then what was the other thing? I kind of reminded me of Casper, which I liked. I liked
that was another good one. Casper the Friendly Casper.
Yes. Ghost. I rewatched Casper, Sarah, and I could not tell if it was nostalgia or that if every line that the trio said, the Ghastly Trio, was bangers, because I'm like, oh my God, all these lines are amazing, but I'm like, is it just my nostalgia, or is this movie amazing?
Really, is it nostalgia? I feel like that should be like a segment.
Bette Midler is really great as Ruthless People. Oh yeah, that's right, Ruthless People. I did hear about that she's good in it.
I have not seen that one. Is it new?
No, it's an old one. Okay. I think that's like in the between of like Beaches and this. That 10 years. Oh yeah, that's what reminded me. Oh yeah, Sarah. So is there any Sarah moments in this? I'm trying to think. Did anyone poo their pants?
No, there were no Sarah moments. I mean, there were some dirty joke moments, but no.
Yeah, there were some dirty jokes. No one pooed or threw up. Damn.
No bodily humor in this one.
No bodily humor in this one. Oh my God, there isn't, is there? Wow. I think the closest that we get to that is when the bully says, "Dump out your sack." I think that's the closest we get to. Like, why would you word it like that? Who says that? Dump out your sack.
I totally missed that.
It's so weird. Like it only stood out to me because like as he's saying it, he crouches down. He's like, "Dump out your sack." I'm like,
oh my God,
what are you doing?
That guy was so weird.
And so his other friend was weird, Ernie. Ernie was his dead name. His real name was Ice.
Ice.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we get to my pick. The 1982 box office flop, The Thing, directed by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell. It's amazing. Rob Bottin, I think, is the guy who made all the special effects. He actually got Stan Winston to help with the dog because, like, in the scene with the dog, there's like a little hand puppet and they had to do that, and they did like reverse photography. It's amazing, but it tells the story about this Arctic like campsite or outpost, and they run into this dog that comes to the post, and it's getting chased by these Norwegians, these Swedes, and they can't speak English and they can't tell the Americans what's going on with this dog, so they end up getting killed. Like the helicopter blows up and they end up shooting the Swedish guy. So they're like, okay, what's going on here? What's happening? And meanwhile, they take that dog in, and some of the best dog acting I've ever seen in the movie was done by this dog. So they start investigating and realize that these Swedes have found something underneath the ice, and they brought it there. And slowly but surely, through all these characters, you discover what's going on at this outpost, and it's amazing. It's all about like paranoia and who's lying and who's not lying and what's going on. And I love the cast because they're all like bearded men who are all very similar looking. And then when they all put their parkas on, you can't tell who's who. It's wonderful. I love the photography in this. It's done by Dean Cundy, who did Halloween, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park. He did all the classics, even Jack and Jill, and I think he did Looney Tunes Back in Action. And he did all those movies, and John Carpenter directed it. And this movie has my all-time favorite quote that me and my mom always use. Whenever we can't find something, or something is sold out, or unavailable, we're always like, "It's gone, McCready." Because in the movie, there's a scene where they're like, "Where's the generator?" And he's like, "It's gone." And McCready's like, "What? What's wrong with it?" He says, "No, it's gone, McCready." And I'm like, yes, that's a line we always quote. It's our favorite thing. I think I watch this at least once a year. It's definitely in my top 101 favorite movies. But Sarah, I knew what this movie was about. I'm like, this is a Sarah pick. I got to give it to Sarah. Sarah, what do you think?
It was really bad.
Bad in what way?
Well, I had a really hard time paying attention. Okay, here's the thing. I had a hard time paying attention in this movie, so I definitely had to read a synopsis a couple times after. What I will say.
I feel like that with the zombie guy, because like towards the end of Hocus Pocus, I'm like, where's the zombie guy come from? I don't even remember what happened. How did he get into this movie? I'm like, I'll just go with it. So I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, the effects, like the makeup and like that was pretty good. I was like, wow, this is like some creative, weird, slimy shit. They must have used tubs and tubs of slime. Like that's
yes, every trick in the book was used for this movie. Oh my god! It was
like, I feel like they don't make, because everything's CGI now, so they just don't make things like that anymore. And
they don't.
So that was really, every time I'd look, like I was kind of listening to it, and then I'd look up and I'd see like a crazy like thing coming out of like something. I'd be like, wow, like how did they make that? And then I just started thinking of like, you go to like Disney or Universal Studios, and they have like the effects makeup show, and I'm like, I feel like this is one of the things they would put in that show, like one of the like, so the guy with the defibrillator, and then comes out and his head's there, and then the tongue is just slowly like scratching its.
That is literally every trick in the book, Sarah.
How did they do this?
So there's like, okay, so there's a shot where they probably had the guy on the table and they had a mechanical thing open up and then cut off the arms. And then for like a split second, for like a 5-second shot, they used a midget with the guy's face on him to make it look like he's being lifted up. So the guy with no arms, like, is being lifted up. He has a mask on of the actor for like 2 or 5 seconds, because it's only going to be like split second. You can't really tell. And then like everything is so crazy. I don't know how they did, like the head comes down and clearly that's one shot. And then they have the head on the ground, and that's reverse photography because they have the tongue wrapped around the table first, and then they just pull it. So they reverse the footage. So it looks like he grabs it and pulls itself to it. And it's just amazing. Like everything about that. And like one of my favorite shots in this, Sarah, is like the practical effect is that Kurt Russell has this fake hand, and they establish it like 5 shots ahead of time. So you get used to seeing this fake hand. You don't even know it's fake because you think it's his because he keeps doing it. And then for that one shot, when the thing comes out, you're already used to that fake hand. So when it comes out, you're like, oh my God, because you think it's his real hand. Yeah. Yes. There's that. And then I'm trying to think what else. Like there's some cool shit in this movie. Like I said, like the dog on the ground when the kennel, that was all Stan Winston, the guy who did Terminator and Jurassic Park. Rob Bottin could only do so much. So they're like, okay, Stan Winston, come in and help us. So like a lot of the tentacles are like reverse photography. And then I know you probably didn't look close, but if you look close when like the thing opens up and it has like a mouth or whatever, all those are like dog tongues and like little teeth. So it looks like a flower, but it's actually dog tongues when it opens up. And it's just like, you can't tell what this thing looks like because it's always changing forms and whatnot. It's like, it's so great. I love this. I honestly love this movie. It's amazing. I
just don't understand why they need to use a dog. I think that's where I like, as soon as I opened and they're like trying to shoot a dog, I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't watch the dog die. I can't watch the dog die.
I think that's why, because it pulls you in like, oh, what are they shooting at this dog? Because you feel protected of the dog. But then you realize the dog is this alien creature that is very deadly and you don't know what its intentions are. That's the other thing. You don't know what the intentions are of this alien. Maybe the alien just wants to go home, but it's such a dangerous threat of taking over people. You don't want that getting out. And it's a scary thing to me.
Yeah. And it like there was no resolution. I was like,
Yeah, you don't know who it is, and that's like the whole point of the movie. Like, you never know who it is. Of course, there's fan theories. Like, if you look at throughout the movie, like a good example is when they're all tied to the chair. That hippie guy who always smokes pot, he does not have an eye light. An eye light is like if you look close, you see like a little light in my eye. So in some movies, if you don't see that eye light, like in that scene, everyone has an eye light but him. So when they test his blood, that was a little giveaway that he was an alien because he didn't have the eye light. So I'm trying to think what else. Where was I? Oh yeah. So at the end of the movie, I don't think Keith David has an eye light, but it just because it's dark out, so there's no light to bounce off it. So that's kind of explained away. And then the other theory is that people think that there's gasoline in those beer bottles. So when he gives it to Keith David and Keith David just drinks it and it starts playing the music, you start thinking like, oh, was there gasoline in that beer bottle? Because it doesn't know that it's not supposed to be able to drink that. And because that music kicks in, it's like dun, dun, dun. But there was a video game that came out in like the early 2000s. I never played it, but I did read the synopsis. But apparently in the game, you find out that Kurt Russell was the thing. At the end, which I don't know how that would be possible because all of the things he goes through, because you're with him for most of the time. I don't understand how he would be the thing, but I was like, oh, at least they put a twist on it. Back in the early 2000s, they tried to make a sequel to this because the way they would explain it is that they got frostbite, so that's why they would look older. So they wanted to pull off a sequel, but I think we're way past that now. They're in their 70s. I don't think they'd ever do
But they made like a new one, right? They did a remake.
They made a prequel, which is stupid because it's basically the same thing where people are figuring out what this thing is. Yeah. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, yeah, Sarah.
What?
Fun fact. So, in the beginning of the movie when they're going through that burned down complex, that is literally the same set that they used throughout the whole movie. They filmed it afterwards. After they blew up the set, they filmed the beginning. So they go through the building. So it's the same building or whatever, the same set they used throughout the whole movie.
I love that.
Which I thought was awesome. Yeah. Because it just reminds me like how movie making works. Because like, oh, yeah, of course that makes sense that you would use that set that's already burned for the thing, but you'd have to re-edit it. So it's like it's weird.
How when people make movies and you like sit down, you write out all the shot lists, like how like those people must be logistical masters to think about.
Yes, to figure out like what we need to shoot. Yeah,
and you want to do it like the most economically.
Yes, like if we're in this location, we have to shoot all the scenes that take place in this location, and then we move on. So it's like you have to go in the mindset, not only as a director, but like the actor. You're like, okay, so at this point of the movie, this has happened, and this has happened, so I have to act like that.
That's
I have to act.
Like, how when they shoot movies, like how out of order is it?
It's way out of order. It's never in order. What do you call it? That movie 9 to 5 was Dolly Parton's first movie, and she remembered the whole script, and she thought they filmed it in order. And her, I think it was Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin or whatever her name was. They laughed at her because they're like, "No, we don't film it in order. What are you talking about? We film it all out of order." But that's wild. We got tons of comments here.
I know. Look at this is like a popular episode.
Yes, Hocus Pocus 2 definitely feels like Disney's trying to play it safer. Weird that they show same footage of the devil and his wife on TV for one scene. Really? Oh my God, that's weird. So it's like a meta thing.
I didn't realize that I now need to go back and rewatch at least that scene because I didn't realize that.
That's weird. So it's meta. It's almost like Gremlins 2 where they do that, where they're reviewing Gremlins. Hello, Jacob DreamWorks.
Hey.
Rob Bottin's Megan Opus. For sure. I think Rob Bottin also did Gremlins, the first Gremlins, I think.
I remember Gremlins scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I had Furbies in my closet that I could never play with again.
Oh my gosh, I've heard a lot of people were scared of Gremlins as a kid. So
terrified. It was maybe one of my first scary movies, and I was terrified of it.
Yeah, because I don't think I never saw Gremlins as a kid, but you know what did scare me the hell out of me whenever I did see it was the poster for Gremlins 2, because you just see the hand, the green hand, and you see a little gizmo, and I always wondered like, what the hell is that movie about? And it turns out it's like the most silliest movie of all time. It's like a live action cartoon, but yeah. Oh my God! What's the update? What's his weight loss?
He's at 14.4 pounds, so I think he is a little less.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and he's doing good. We've let him outside a couple times, and we've created a monster. So now he just sits at the door and cries all hours of the day and night to go outside.
Oh no!
So I don't know what we're gonna do about that, but otherwise he's doing great.
I think Carpenter has heavily shot down a lot of theories at the end of the film. Legit, they're both fine, but they just don't trust each other. Oh, yeah. Carpenter totally hates the theories. He doesn't like any of them, but you know,
How
it's
does
what
he
the
like-
fans think of. Well, it's just John Carpenter. He just wants you to know that like there's no there's no ending, like there's no answer. You know, it's just you don't know.
But
That's
don't
how
you
he
know,
wants
like,
to
if
feel.
you make a movie and there's not an answer, everybody's gonna make answers. Like, you gotta know as a filmmaker, that's the outcome.
He's a cranky old man, Sarah. I met him. He's a cranky old man. Because what were my questions? Because I think I asked him 2 questions, and he gave me like a cranky old man answer for both of them. I think my first question was, how come you never worked with Charles Cypher again? Because it's really weird. For like his first 7 films, he worked with Charles Cypher, and then he stopped working for him for the rest of his career. And I was like, that's weird. Why would you do that? So I asked him that question, and he's like, oh, there was no role for him. And I'm like, no, there was. You just replaced him with a different actor. And then the other thing was, oh God, what was it? I think I asked him if there was any like fun stories. I think from Escape from LA or something. It was like a more recent movie. It wasn't like Halloween. Like, hey, do you have any fun stories? But it was just like he had like a cranky old man answer, like, no, I don't have any stories. I don't remember anything. I was like, all right, fine. But he's a cranky old man, Sarah. He's in the 70s.
Sure.
The 2011 film could have worked. Just wish they trusted the practical effects team and didn't cover their work in CGI last minute. Would have been great. Would have been still fun. I don't know. I haven't seen. I'm curious about the 2011 one. I kind of want to check it out, but I don't know. I just don't know. It might be worth the $3.99 on Vudu. Ending of Gremlins with Stripe melting definitely struck me, but heavily traumatized my sister. Oh yeah,
I don't
he just
even
melts into a
remember
puddle of goo. Yeah, at the end of Gremlins, they're inside the greenhouse of the store, and the sun comes through and it melts Stripe on the ground, and he's like, "Ah!" and he's like falling apart and just turns into a puddle of goo. Yeah. It's all fresh in my mind because like literally watched all the Joe Dante movies. He's amazing. He did the original Piranha, Howling, Gremlins 1 and 2, Looney Tunes Back in Action, Inner Space, The Burbs, Matinee, Small Soldiers. He did all those movies. It was great. Love it. Okay, Sarah. What scene, because I know you probably don't have a favorite scene, what scene stood out to you in The Thing?
I think definitely the image that will be burned into my mind of this movie is the guy's face on top of like the tendon coming out. Like, I could not look away. I'm like, what is that? And then also like the other scene is like when the alien's taking over one of the guys and he like sticks his fingers into the guy's mouth and like under his skin.
Oh yeah, that
one was like how did they even do the makeup for that?
I think that one's reverse photography. So I'm guessing they had the makeup appliance on here, and he slowly pulls it out, I think.
Okay.
Because it looks like it's going into his face, which is cool,
Yeah.
but I think it's reversed.
Yeah, that one was crazy. I will say, like, movie not so great, but the special effects were pretty cool. Like all.
Why is it not so? Is it just because you couldn't pay attention? Was it the storyline? Why was it not so great?
The storyline. There wasn't there was not really a connection to the characters. It was just kind of like.
That's fair. I would say that's fair.
There wasn't. It was more of like a hunt, like go on a hunt movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're not all established because they all blend in. That's fair. That's fair. Because to me, like I think the reason why it's like kind of like there's no characters because they all blend in together.
Yeah, exactly. Like I couldn't tell any of them apart.
Yeah.
Like there was no I didn't feel bad with the only thing I felt bad about dying was a dog.
Not Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, no.
That thing wanted to get us. Oh my god, Wilford. Okay, so with all these characters you didn't like, which one stood out to you? Other than Kurt Russell.
None of them. The Kurt Russell's the only one I remember, and the guy who
really you don't remember Windows? Poor little Windows.
I'm like, they all look the same. They all act the same. They're all dying. I can't keep track. Like, which one's Alien? I couldn't do it.
Oh, Sarah. Love that.
Okay. Your
favorite character was Palmer. No, who would it be?
My favorite character was the dog before he became an evil alien.
He was always an evil alien.
His name was Dog Thing, and he was played by
Dog
Jet.
Thing.
If you wanted to know.
Yes, Jet. I think I did know that. Jet, the dog.
Jet, yes.
Mhm.
No, I'm looking at these pictures. I remember none of these characters.
None of these
Except for Kurt
characters.
Russell. None of
I
them.
think it's because I know them from other movies. Like, so the
Oh,
big
and
guy
Childs.
who's
Okay, I remember Childs.
oh yeah, Charles, Keith David, Goliath, of course.
Yeah.
I know the fat guy whose stomach explodes because he's the fat guy he's in Dante's Peak. And I think he's in something else. I remember there's a movie where he's like hiding behind a desk, but I can't remember what movie that is. I think the dog guy who gets shot in the head, the dog trainer, he's from It, the miniseries, the TV show. He's the one with the head in the fridge who taunts them. And then Windows is from The Warriors. The Warriors did it. So that 70s movie, the cult classic 70s movie. And then I don't know where Palmer's from. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything.
Look at, there's literally two guys who have the same beard.
And then
One's bald and one has a hat on. Like, how am I supposed to know the difference?
so the bald one, I'm assuming, is the guy who's like
No, that's not there. There's Bennings.
Bennings. Oh my god, wait, who's Ben? I gotta look up Bennings.
Bennings
I think
and
Bennings
Clark literally are the same person. One has a hat on and one doesn't.
I think Bennings is the dog trainer. Oh shit, no, the Bennings is the bald guy with the arm. Okay. And then who's the other one you said?
Clark. They're the same person.
Clark. Oh,
They both
watch
have red
Clark.
beards with the same mustache.
Yes, Clark is the guy from the It Pennywise TV show.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Wait. Okay. So then, oh wait, there's names. Oh, here we go. Windows, the thing. Cooper, Fuchs. Yeah, I don't know where Fuchs is from. Gary, I think Gary was like in the Steve Martin movie I saw. Blair, of course, is Wilford Brimley, diabetes. Knowles. I don't think I know him from anything else. But yeah, I kind of like differentiate them from different movies.
I had none of that. I just had all men who looked the same.
All men with beards in the winter, except for Kurt Russell, who had to wear a big giant sombrero.
And he has blue eyes. He has pretty blue eyes. I'm like, oh, blue-eyed guy. I know that guy.
I know blue-eyed guy.
I know blue-eyed guy.
I know blue-eyed guy. So my favorite scene in the movie. Let's see, what's my favorite scene? I think it's got to be the blood test. That's so cool and inventive how they're all tied to the thing. Yeah, and they do the test, and they think it's bullshit at first, but then they do the test, and then it goes right to the guy, and it's like, oh shit, he's the thing. Oh man, that's so cool. So that's my favorite. You said yours.
Figure out to do the blood test.
How they figured out to do the blood test?
Yeah.
Is because he figured out when they did the clear that every piece was a different part of the thing. And every piece of the thing would try to save itself. So if the body died and the head tried to crawl away, so he figured, okay, so if that happens, that means the blood must be different parts. And it will try to save itself no matter what. So that's why he came up with the blood test.
Interesting.
Because he figured whatever the blood would do, it would be defensive of like, oh God, I got to get away, or I got to fight or flight. So that's how he figured it out. But yeah, and I discovered this movie, Sarah, on a VHS tape that my mom recorded off free cable. I think it was a TV edit.
Oh my God, nothing better than recorded VHS tapes.
Yes, and you know what else was on this VHS tape that I don't remember?
That's the best part of VHS tapes. There's always two things on it.
Care Bears. And I think that's why
that movie so. Oh my God, I love that movie as a kid.
I have no recollection. I only remember the thing. That's what got me hooked on the horror movies. I was like, I like this movie. Kurt Russell's in it.
Oh my God, the thing is like your sign. Like the thing to you is signs to me.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you saw signs anyway. Stop crying. You're gonna eat your dinner. Oh, Daddy. Oh my gosh, I love signs. So anyway, okay, I give this movie, of course, I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's everything that you need for a horror movie. And I'm sure you're gonna. What's you gonna give it? A 1, a 0, a negative?
I'm gonna like a 1. I'll give it a 1. I was gonna go like 2, but then I'm like the FX are pretty good, so I'll give it a 1. Bomb.
A 1. Okay.
A
1 bomb. A 1 bomb. That's fair because this is not a Sarah movie.
Yeah, I put it on last night, and Ari he was so grumpy. He's like, I hate when Frank picks movies. Why do we have to watch a movie from the 80s? I'm so grumpy. He was so grumpy.
So grumpy. Stop coughing.
What are we watching?
I-
He didn't watch it. He just put his head opposite and just didn't watch it.
Why are we gotta do this? Oh my gosh. Well, you'll at least have a break for a month or two, so you're fine. You're good.
Yeah, that's right.
You're good. So, do you have any recommendations this month?
I've been watching.
What have you been watching? What is
Oh,
Sarah
we
been
went
watching?
to see The Roses. So good.
That was a Sarah movie. What do
Oh
you
my
think?
That ending was devastating. But
It was
also,
amazing. It was perfect.
it was perfect, but I wanted them to get back together.
They did, though. Spoiler alert, they did.
And they left their kids behind. And I'm like, you people are so dumb. But it was so good.
Oh, it was so. Oh my God. I don't even want to spoil it because we have Kate Fisher here and we got Shane for it. I don't want to spoil it for them, but oh my God. Like after that movie was over, especially that very, very ending, I was like, perfect movie, no notes. Like literally no notes for the whole movie.
It was so good. It was like.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. So that was fun. What else did we see this month? What have I been watching on TV? Oh, I got really into the Lazarus Project, which I'm pretty bummed out about because I discovered that they canceled it after the second season on a cliffhanger, but now I'm already committed, so I'm into the first season. But it's basically
Is Olivia Wilde in that? Is that what I'm thinking of, or is that different?
No, that's a different one.
Okay, that's.
There's nobody. It's a British show, but it's basically about. It's a time, like, you know, I love my time shows. It's about like the secret government agency that basically like its whole goal is to protect the world from mass extinction events. By anytime we get to a mass extinction, they turn back. They have like a wormhole, black hole device that turns back time to the last checkpoint, which is on July 1st every year. So like but then if you're part of the government agency, you take medicine and you become aware of all the time lapses. But then there's people who are like genetic mutations that are just aware of them. So it follows like the story of this guy who becomes aware, and it's kind of like here in the villain, but not really villain complex. But it's really good. I don't know how it ends. I'm already bummed out that it got canceled on a cliffhanger. And then the other show I watched, which was a really fun. We flew to Florida to visit Ari's grandma for a weekend, so I needed like a plane ride home show, and I watched The Chair on Netflix with Sandra Oh, and it was so well done. The episodes were 30 minutes each. It was there was like 6 episodes. It was like a very self-contained story. It did get canceled after one season, but it was like okay because it came to a good conclusion, but it was just like lighthearted, funny. It's about this woman, Sandra Oh, Asian woman who becomes the chair of an English department, and it's kind of like the juxtaposition of like the ancient, like almost dying professors who are tenured and like the new young professors, and there's like a big controversy on campus, and it's so good. It's just like a good, easy watch. So I'd recommend that if you just need something that you don't have to think a lot about.
That's cool. That's cool. So recently I just saw Psycho on the big screen. That's why I'm wearing my Psycho shirt. Nice. I just saw it, and it was so amazing to see that on the big screen because this whole month Regal has been playing a masterpiece a day. So like every movie, there's a different movie every day at the Regal. So it was Psycho on Friday. Yesterday was Saving Private Ryan. But yeah, they've been playing like different movies. And next month they're doing the same thing with horror movies. So every day is going to be a different horror movie. It's
going to be at Regal Theater every day next month.
I wish we don't live close next to it, and it's only Saturdays are available. But I think me and my mom might take off a Tuesday to try to catch Event Horizon. That's like my new favorite horror movie, Event Horizon, and I would love to see that on the big screen. Oh my gosh. I recently, because there was a Red Letter Media video where they ranked all the Joe Dante movies. I watched all his filmography, which is great. Out of all those, I thought The Burbs like really grew on me. Because as a kid, it was on cable, but I never could get into it with all the commercial breaks and whatnot because the movie is kind of slow. So with commercial breaks, I'm like, out. So watching it without commercial breaks, it's hilarious. It's great, and it's the perfect, amount of running time because I think it's only like 90 minutes. It's perfect. What's the other movies have I watched recently? I'm trying to think. What else came out? Oh, there was the anniversary of Toy Story. I saw that on the big screen. Cried like a baby with the Infinity and Beyond. And then
I love also that you got like all of the merch for that. You had like two different cups.
Oh, it was a popcorn bucket and a cup.
Yes.
And it was a combo. It came together.
Okay, so I was like, I love it.
And I wore my green shirt because Andy wears a green shirt. I try to I wish I had a little cowboy hat. I got it afterwards. I went to Savers and I found it. I was like, oh, damn,
Oh,
I should have went to Savers first. So I got a little cowboy hat for props now. And then one final movie I did watch yesterday with my mom. We watched Prince of Darkness. It's another John Carpenter movie. Now, Sarah, if you're going to say a movie's bad, I'm going to say Prince of Darkness is bad. I love John Carpenter, but I thought it was bad. So Prince of Darkness, I love the premise. So Prince of Darkness, like there's this old priest that dies that has been working at this old abandoned church. And it turns out that freaking the devil's child has been underground in this place because they've been traveling or whatever. And it's finally been in this church for all these years as a secret. And now it's waking up and it's sending dream messages to people because like the future, something's going to happen in the future. So they're sending transmissions to the past. Like all the premise sounds great, but like the movie is so low budget, Sarah. Oh my God. It's so bad. Like there's a scene where I started laughing just because clearly, because there's a woman with an Asian woman with long hair. And there's a scene where clearly it's not the woman, it's a stunt man with a big giant bad wig, and they keep beating the stunt man. I was like, oh my God, this is bad. But this was after all his flops, and I just felt bad for John Carpenter because in the beginning it's like Halloween, The Fog, you know, like Halloween 2, The Thing, and he has like all these movies, and then towards the end of the 80s, I think this was 87, like you could see that he's working with like the bare minimum budget now. I was like, oh, that was just bad. Great premise though. I like the premise.
great premise, poor execution.
Exactly. Like, because, oh my God, Sarah, there's like 20 people in the movie and like they're all smart and then they all just turn into like mindless zombies. And I was like, what's the point of having all these smart people if you're just going to have them turn into zombies that are.
Maybe that is the point.
Sarah, what the hell? Reverse Uno me, what the hell?
I know nothing about this movie other than maybe that was the point.
Maybe that was the point, that they all just become mindless zombies. Oh my gosh. And one more comment from Kate Fisher. Care Bears movie has a phenomenal villain. It's basically the Necronomicon with a female face that takes over a circus in town. Legit terrifying as a kid. Oh my God, is that what the movie's about?
I only remember. Wait.
I have zero recollection of it. I just know it was like cheaply animated.
Oh yeah, she's kind of creepy.
Care Bears villain movie. Oh my God. It is just the female book of the Necronomicon. Oh my gosh. So
Wow,
thank you, Kate.
I never even thought I'd think of this movie again. Here we are thinking of this movie again.
Here we are now.
Here we are now.
Here we are. 1985. Oh my gosh. Sarah, that movie is 40 years old. My Lord. 40 years old.
40 years.
40 years, Sarah. Oh my God, my sister just turned 42.
Wow.
Well, no, she's not 42. She's 40 now. That's the thing.
Oh, she definitely just got mad at you for saying that.
No, she got mad at me the other day because like she was talking to me. She's like, you know, I was happy at 23 years old. I was like, oh my God, so that was 20 years ago. She's like, no, it wasn't. I'm like, yeah, it is. Just round up. It's 20 years ago. Because she's 40 now. 23 years ago is basically 20 years ago. Come on. Come on.
I'm turning 31 in 7 days, so that feels weird.
Oh, you're fine. You're only 31. You're a baby. You're just a baby.
Well, I had to dye my hair because my hair was so gray.
Sarah.
It was getting bad. You could see it everywhere.
Sarah. Oh my gosh.
It's happening.
Sarah. Oh my gosh. Well, you're still fine though. You're 31. To me, you're just a kid.
Yeah.
You're just a baby.
We'll stick with that for as long as we can.
You're so young. You have so much life ahead of you.
Next thing you know, I'm 40 and
you're
dead. You're dead and gone. You're 40.
You're dead and gone. You're dead. Oh my God. No, with you, Sarah. I think you're gonna be fine when you hit 40. You're gonna be great. You have all the things.
I hope so.
My sister, she's 40. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm gonna guess we're gonna take a break for next month because clearly getting married, you're out of town. Take a break, and then I almost think like take a break for like November, or if you want to, we'll think about it.
I might be good. I feel like my stress is just like slowly building every day. I think I need a month to just come down.
That's why I'm like, you need like 2 months because like next month is the event, so you need to like to power down. I understand.
Yeah. And Danielle's going to be here for a month after. So my best, Danielle is coming to visit.
Aw.
She's coming 2 weeks before the wedding, and she's staying till Thanksgiving. So basically,
Oh my gosh,
he's coming
she's
for the
moving in.
wedding, but that really means that like Ari and I are getting married, and he's just going to be a third wheel the whole time.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know, I'm so excited.
Kate Fisher says, "Congratulations, have a wonderful time. Wishing you all the best."
Thank you.
That's amazing, and congratulations, Sarah. This is going to be amazing. You and Ari, it's perfect. It's perfect, and I'm sure. Oh my gosh, there's going to be like a little. There's going to be a little one. I know there is. There's going to be a little one, Sarah.
Just let me get married first. I got. My eggs aren't dead yet. We have time.
You got to do it now. You got to do it now. Don't.
Oh, yeah, someday.
You have
No. You got time.
Wait until you're 31.
30.
Give it time.
I'm gonna be 31 in 6 days.
That's what I'm saying. Wait till you're 31. Don't rush into it. Just wait until you're 31. But there's going to be like a mini Sarah or a mini Ari or both because you could have twins.
A combo meal.
Yeah, I think you're going to have twins.
Holy shit, that would be a lot all at once. But you know what?
I think it's going to be amazing. I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so weird in like 2 to 3 years, and I'm like, Frank, guess what? I'm pregnant.
I'm having twins.
Called it.
I'm calling it. I'm putting it on. Put your place your bets. Shane Ford, Kate Fisher. I'm saying twins.
Okay. All right. Right. In like 3 years, we'll know. We'll know in 3 years.
Yes. And it's going to be what's his name? What's the character's name? Brinks.
Thackeray Binks.
Yes, that's going to need the name of the boy.
I actually, when I said it, I'm like, could I name my son Thackeray?
I think you would. I think you could do it.
Would that be weird?
No, it wouldn't. Because when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Thackeray Binks.
Thackeray Binks. That's like a hyphen, too. That's his full
Binks.
first name. Full first name.
Thackeray Binks Rubens, and then just bullied for the rest of his life.
He won't be bullied. They won't even know the reference.
That's right. We're too old. It's too old.
Too old. So we'll see you guys in November or possibly December. Not sure yet. I kind of want to give you time because I understand because, oh, my God, when I work events, I like mostly shut down after it's over. I don't want no one to talk to me. It's like, leave me alone. I just want to relax and go to bed. I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So thank you guys for tuning in. Check out The Thing. Check out Hocus Pocus. These are amazing movies.
Are we going to think of a theme before we finish or after?
Okay, so if we do November,
okay,
what would you want to do? What you want to do?
We could do a wedding theme movie. I feel like there's a lot of good wedding theme movies.
Oh yeah, because you got married. We could do that. Oh yeah, and happy birthday! Oh my God, you're. Just remember that. I was like, wait, there's something else I had to say. Yeah, happy birthday, of course, because you're gonna turn 31 in 5 days. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. So yeah, wedding movies.
I feel like there's so many good wedding. Like the thing that I'm most upset about is I already made you watch The Week Of, which is my all-time favorite wedding movie. And
that was so crazy.
My favorite wedding movie. So I'm like,
The Week Of is so crazy to me.
Oh, it's so good. I'm having an outdoor movie night on Thursday night before my wedding, and I am definitely showing that movie.
The Week Of.
So good.
Guys, I don't know if you watched that episode, guys who are watching, but like that movie has like no music.
So good.
There's no score. It's just sound, and it's basically uncut gems, but with weddings, where he's like, I'm going to handle it. Okay. And it's like, he's not going to handle it. I can only imagine if there was like a drum score, it would just give you tension the whole time, like a heart attack. Because it was literally uncut gems with the wedding. He's like, I'm going to handle it. I can fix it. I can do that. It's like, oh my God, he's not going to do that. It's not going
to happen. It's me. That's also currently me right now with my own wedding. I'm like, it's not going to happen. What other candles? What should we buy? What do we need to do?
You're going to be great, Sarah. It's going to be great. You're going to get the candles. It's going to turn out fine. It's going to be a great memory.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Yes.
Even Kate Fisher is saying back for Christmas season.
Oh yeah, we also if we do one at the end of November, we could still have an episode. We need a Christmas episode, obviously, in December.
Yeah.
So we should do that.
So a wedding themed movie for November. We'll probably figure it out off camera because I can't think of one right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure it out, guys.
Great.
So thank you guys for watching. This has been fun. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank
You for watching the thing. Thank you. I know you kind of watched the side of your eye, but I still count it.
One and only one time.
You get one.
This is last time.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.